today I'm going to be doing a video on some like long wearing type of lip products. I got a request from one of my subscribers to kind of do a video on different products that you can use that you don't have to be as fussy with or have to touch up throughout the day as often as maybe like a traditional lipstick or any kind of lipsticks that are more like creamy or slip and slide kind of texture. So I pulled together some of my favorite long wear lip products and I will give you guys some recommendations as well as some application techniques on how to make your lipstick last as long as possible. So the first type of product that always comes to mind first for me whenever I think of long wear lip products is going to be things like liquid lipsticks. Now I have a ton of liquid lipsticks. Pretty much every brand has their own version of them. Some are really good, some are really bad, some are very expensive, and some are, you know, a lot less expensive. So I definitely have quite a range of different brands of liquid lipsticks. So these are just some of my favorites and some that I would recommend. A few of these are a little bit more expensive and a couple of these are a little bit more on the low end. So starting off with the lower priced end ones, some that I have that I really like are from ColourPop. These I haven't used in quite a bit. This one is called Clueless, and then the other one I have here is called Seesaw. I kind of need to like remix these up because these do kind of separate after a little bit, but these are such pretty colors. And one thing I really like about the ColourPop ones is how inexpensive they are. They're typically around, I think like maybe $5 to $6, you know, for a liquid lipstick, and they have so many different colors. Like I feel like they're always coming out with new colors and stuff. These are the original liquid lipstick formulas that they have, the ultra matte lipsticks. I believe they also have an ultra satin, which I think I only have maybe like one or two of, and I haven't used it in quite a while. A lot of people say that the ColourPop ones are a little bit drying, and I think that for most liquid lipsticks, they are going to be a little bit drying on the lips. I feel like that's kind of the trade-off you pay for having such a long wear, transfer-proof lip color. So just keep that in mind, but the ultra satins are a little bit less drying, but they also seem to have a tiny bit more transfer in my opinion. But overall, the price of those are so good, and you can't really beat all of the colors that they have either. The next liquid lipstick I have, this one's from BH Cosmetics. This one is just called their BH liquid lipstick, and this one's in the color Daisy. It's what I'm wearing today, but I also mixed a tiny bit of another lip product together with it. So I just looked up the price of this one. I believe I got mine on sale, but I think the regular price for them might be around like $9 or so. But this is one I really like the color of. It reminds me a lot of the Kat Von D Everlasting liquid lipstick in the color Requiem. It's kind of got that same similar color. It's not like an exact dupe, but if you're looking for alternatives from that one is definitely a like 19-ish, I think, dollar liquid lipstick, which I do really like hers, but I'm not really talking about her anymore. So this is a good like alternative color that is in that same kind of family of those dusty like mauvey pinky purple kind of colors, and I think it's really pretty. So definitely for $9, this one is a really good one. I like that this one is so thin feeling. It has that same really thin texture on the lips. It doesn't feel thick and goopy, because I definitely have had some in the past that I was not a huge fan of. This one almost gives a slight like powder-ish kind of feeling to the lips. So I really like this one because I feel like it's definitely something, if I'm not eating like super greasy food or anything like pasta or oily stuff like that, then it's definitely going to last quite a while on the lips. Another one I really like, I don't know if you can still get this one or not. I just tried to look up the price and I only saw two of them on Sephora, and they were like discounted to like $5. I think I paid maybe closer to like $12-ish for this one, but this is called the Sephora Lustre Matte Longwear Lip Color. Mine is in the color Lilac Lustre. It's kind of like similar to the color I'm wearing now, but just much brighter. This is another kind of liquid lipstick that I think is so pretty. Let me swatch this one. So that is that color. Like it almost looks like it glows. It's so bright. I'll swatch the other ones really quickly too. Okay, so here are the swatches. I think you can really see just how bright this color is compared to the other one. So that one is the Sephora Lilac Lustre. This one is the BH Cosmetics Daisy. This one is Seesaw from ColourPop, and then this one is Clueless. So yeah, definitely a lot of really opaque colors. Another formula I really like, but I don't know if you can still get this. I'll have to double check. It might be discontinued, but I definitely really like that formula. The next one I have, I almost feel like has been out for so long. It's like the original liquid lipstick, and this is from Maybelline. I believe like L'Oreal or maybe CoverGirl also had their own versions of it like way forever ago. This one is called the ColorStay 24 color, and it's like a dual end product. So you've got the liquid lipstick on this side, but then you also have this little balm stick that you apply on top of it because they are quite dry. These are like a liquid lip paint. Let me swatch this one. Can't read the name on this one. It's either like Rebel Raspberry or Really Raspberry or Red Raspberry. I can't tell. Either way, it's got raspberry in the name. And again, that one is right here. So you can see just how bright and intense that color is. Now, this is one I've had for so long, and I just remember these being like the original liquid lipsticks. Like I remember my mom using stuff like this like forever ago. And this is definitely a one, this one in particular, it is the type of color that that like stains my lip, and I actually end up having like more of that lip product on the next day as well. Like it stains and it stays so intensely. So that's definitely like when they say 24-hour color on this type of product specifically, I believe them. And really quickly, the last two liquid lipsticks I have, these are some more of my favorite ones. Now this one is definitely a little bit more of an expensive brand. I feel like it's anywhere from like $22 to maybe $24, and it's the Anastasia Beverly Hills liquid lipstick. Now this one in particular is in the color Milkshake. I got this one on sale from like TJ Maxx or something, and I really love this one. The only problem is I feel like I can't wear it on its own just all over my lip because it is a little pale even for me, but that one is right here, if you can see that on my hand. It's a super like baby pinky kind of milky color, but I really love it. And so this is the one that I mixed on top of the BH Cosmetics one today. So I just kind of applied this one, dotted a little bit of this on top of it to kind of you know, mellow this one out a little bit. And they also have tons of colors of these, and sometimes you can find them like on discount like at TJ Maxx or Marshalls or something. That's where I got mine, and I feel like I paid about maybe $6 or so for this one. So I'm a really huge fan of this, and I like the formula as well. I don't know if I would buy like a full priced one because there are so inexpensive ones that are just as good in my opinion, but as far as this color, I really like it. So that pretty much sums up all of the liquid lipsticks that I have that I really like. There are, like I said, a million brands that have their own versions, their own formula. Some are good, some are sucky. You just kind of really have to do your research and figure out what you think is going to work best for you. I think overall liquid lipsticks are going to be the driest feeling on the lips, but I think they are also going to be the least likely to transfer throughout the day. So it's a little bit of a trade-off to having like the drier lips. So I definitely say a little tip is to really moisturize your lips really well before you apply a liquid lipstick. Like apply a really thick, rich lip balm the night before if you know you're gonna wear a liquid lipstick the next day. That's one thing that I like to do, and I feel like that kind of helps counteract the dryness of certain liquid lipsticks. So the next category of long wear type of lip products that I have would be lip tints or lip stains. I have quite a few in my collection. Most of mine are all from Korean brands, but there are, you know, like Western brands that make these as well. I'm just more familiar with the Korean ones. None of the lip tints are gonna have a dry feeling like the liquid lipsticks would, so I definitely recommend those if you just can't deal with the dryness, but you want to have a really strong, like locked in kind of lip color, then tints and lip stains are definitely gonna be the best option for you. And I have so many of these, and I've also done videos on these as well, so I'm not gonna go too in depth with these, but just some that I have that I really like. From Chateau Labiotte, these are the wine lip tints. They are so cute because they look like little wine bottles. Now, if I had to pick one favorite from that line, it would be the orange Chardonnay one. That one is like the best when it comes to being super full on in color. I have a whole video dedicated to this. There are definitely some colors in the line. The like two lighter ones I'm not a huge fan of, but the red one, and then there's a couple burgundy ones that are nice as well. But if you want to see more about these in specific, then please check out that video. Another few that I have, again, I've talked about all of these before. I have the Pony Effect Deep and Pure Lip Tint. This one I really like. This one is one that my friend bought me, and I really love it. Like, the packaging is so cute and the color's so nice. This one is from 3CE. It's called the Tattoo Lip Tint. That one is another really pretty one. This one's in the color Candy Jelly, and it's so bright. It has a very similar color to this one right here. It's like that intense. Some more recent ones that I have, this one is from the Face Shop. These are called the Jewel Ring Lip Tints. They are so cute because they look like the little ring pop rings. There are 4 different colors of these, so again, I have a whole video dedicated to that if you want to see the colors. And then I think the most recent one I got, this one is the Tony Moly Hot Edition Lip Sauce Lip Tint. This one is definitely one that I wasn't a huge fan of at first, but I think that was because I kind of applied too much of it, and I ended up kind of like glooping it on, and it kind of ended up looking a little streaky. So some techniques that I have for applying these types of lip stains or lip tints is to apply very thin layers. The first thing I would recommend is doing one thin layer and then blot the product from your lips so that it removes a lot of that glossy shine, because at least on me, I find that texture tends to get a little gummy on my lips, and it can kind of like pull on the edges of my lips and just kind of not look cute. So I would definitely recommend doing these in layers. So apply a layer, blot it, apply another layer, and blot again, and keep doing that until you reach your desired like color level. You can definitely apply these super sheer and have just that light wash of color, and a lot of of these you can actually build up to get like a full on opaque color as well. And if you do the blotting method, that removes a lot of the actual like texture of the product, but it leaves all of the color. And I also find that these stain my lips for, you know, well into like the next day. I definitely find that I have to use like a really nice oil kind of makeup remover to really break down these types of products, but they definitely are very long lasting. And the last category I have, if you do not really care for liquid lipsticks or lip tints and you just want to use like a regular traditional lipstick, I don't really have a whole lot of like specific brands that I would recommend, but some specific types lipsticks I would recommend is definitely go for ones that are matte and don't have as much shimmer or glossiness to them. The more glossy the lipstick is, the more it's going to kind of, you know, easily wear away or transfer onto other things. So a couple that I have, these are super inexpensive and they're some of my favorites, but they are very dry lipsticks as well. These are from Wet n Wild. They look like this. I don't even know what they are called, but I have about 3 of these and I really like them. They're so inexpensive. I feel like they're probably like, I don't know, maybe $3 or less. So I have number 967. This one is called Dollhouse Pink. Next is 970. This one is called Purty Persimmon. And then the last one I have is 911D and it's called Stoplight Red. So I have those swatched on my hand here. That one is the Dollhouse one, that one's Purty Persimmon, and that one is called Stoplight Red. So these are definitely full coverage types of lipsticks, but I do find that they are a little bit more drying on the lips as well, and they also kind of tend to drag a little bit when I'm applying these, so I do have to take a little bit more effort just to make sure that they're applied really smoothly. So that can be one downside to it, but it is another kind of trade-off for having such a long wear lipstick. But these definitely are ones that those colors stay around without having to reapply. Another technique similarly to the lip tint one with the matte lipsticks would be to do the blotting method. You apply a layer, blot off some of that extra shine, and then reapply the color as needed. That is definitely another tip that works well with tints and with traditional lipsticks, and that's another way to just make the color last a bit longer. Another brand that I have that I really like is of course MAC. Now this one is the color Snob. I really love this one. It's so pretty. This one's actually a satin lip, but I actually find that this one tends to be a little bit more on the dry side as well, but I don't mind that because I do like the colors to last a bit longer. Super glossy lipsticks just aren't my thing. They just tend to get everywhere on me, so I don't mind the dry lipsticks. Now MAC also has a wide range of finishes. They have like matte, they have like a retro matte, they have like a lot of different ones, and of course they have tons of colors as well. Now these are a little bit more expensive. I think they're probably around like, I don't know, maybe $16-ish a lipstick or so, but if you're looking for a more long wear one, then I would definitely say a matter lipstick is going to be the way to go. And the last tip I have is very simple, and it is just applying a lip liner with your lipstick. So I wouldn't really apply a lip liner necessarily with like a lip tint, or I don't think it's necessary with a liquid lipstick either, but if you're wearing a traditional lipstick, I find that if you have a matching lip liner, it can make it last so much longer. Some people just like to align the outer portions of their lips. I'm not a huge fan of that because I feel like it just gives a harsh line depending on what kind of color you're wearing. So I actually like to apply the lip liner and then fill in the lips completely with that color, and then go over on top of that with the actual lipstick color. That way when it wears away, you're not going to have that weird line if you had just applied it to the outside of your lip. I also find that it keeps the lipstick from wearing away as uneven if you had not applied one. So that's just another like super simple tip that you can easily apply to wearing just a traditional lipstick to make it last longer. You can get lip liners from almost any brand as well. They all make the same things, and one of my favorite ones is just from NYX. These are probably about maybe $3 or so for a lip liner, and they have so many different colors, and of course you can always usually find a color that matches another lipstick in the same brand. So that's another recommendation I have, is to stay in the same brand if you're looking for a lip liner to match a specific lip color. So that is it for some of my recommendations on how to make your lip products last longer. There are definitely tons of different brands and products to try out, but these are just some that I have in my collection that I really like, and some that I like to use whenever I know I want to use a lip product that's gonna stay around on my lips without me having to like worry about reapplying it or be super careful with it. So my number one would of course be liquid lipsticks. Number 2 would probably be a lip tint with the blotting method, and then number 3 would probably be the just traditional lipstick, you know, on the matte side with a lip liner. So yeah, that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please like and subscribe. You can follow me on Instagram, link is below, and until my next video, I will talk to you guys later. Bye.